Hey guys, welcome back. Bravo-ish talkers. We have a great episode ready for you guys today.
Yes.
So we like to do like 1 week of Bravo-ish of the week where we kind of do the roundup and talk about all the things Bravo that's happening in the week. And then we like to pick on like a topic that we like to discuss. And today, it is a really good one. It is, what have you done with your Bravo check? So we are going to break it.
Questions.
Yes, we are going to break it down. But first, I am your host, Christina, your Bravo aficionado, who never turns her TV off Bravo.
And I'm Ramona, the Bravo historian, because I hold these Bravo loves accountable.
And I'm Tiana, the lover of all things Black Bravo.
Yay! Okay, so I feel like my tagline, I feel like I've been cheating a little bit because, yes, I have. I've been cheating a little bit. So when I turn my TV on, the Samsung channel has just come up, right?
Yes.
And lately it has been Dancing Dolls. Before
what in the world is that?
It's this show on Lifetime that it's
in Alabama.
Yes, and it follows.
Yes.
It follows
the black version of Abby Lee Miller.
Yes, it follows this dance crew performance team.
Very familiar.
I don't know.
It took me a minute, but now I know who you're talking
and
about.
I am intrigued. I am very, very intrigued. It's like, at first I'm just, this is how it always happens. Like, even with me watching Bravo shows, I was like, I'm not going to pay attention to that. Oh, no, whatever. And it's just on in the background, and eventually it catches my eye. And so I've been cheating on Bravo a little bit. What about you guys? What have you been up to?
Ever since the election, I've taken more of a deep dive into Gilmore Girls.
Oh, okay.
And it is what is pulling me back.
Okay. I love that. Love that for you.
And I've been in my Martha bag. I've been watching her interviews
Isn't
in
that
this
documentary
Netflix
so
documentary.
Is it good?
It's good.
I'm not finished
Martha
with it
is
yet,
an
but so far.
absolute fool. I love her so much.
Yeah.
Really?
She is the queen of shade and recipes.
She seems like a straight up gangster.
Oh,
like
she is.
She's a woman after my own
like
heart.
why her and Snoop get along so well. It's
Correct.
Like I get it.
She's got chutzpah.
Yeah, she just pushed Drew Barrymore.
So as I mentioned earlier, today's show is all about the Bravo Lebs and what do they do with their money. We don't see you with your money. We see you overspending your money, or you've done well with your money. But inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, cue ABBA, money, money, money.
Yes.
Right? So with that being said, I want to ask you ladies, well, quick question. If you had a Bravo check or a Bravo salary, what would you do with your Bravo check?
Definitely clear away any other debts that are happening, and then real estate.
Real estate. Okay.
That'd be step one for me.
I'd probably just follow the investment tracks of all the governors, or not governors, the congressmen and women, particularly Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, she does pretty well. There's a whole website tracking her stocks.
I'm not familiar with her investment portfolio.
Okay, so I don't sound as smart as any of you guys, because I'm just like, I just want to be on a yacht naked in Ibiza. That's all I want to do. And
Step one.
That's literally all I want to do. I want to wash away all the responsibility, all of the, the things that keep you up at night, and I just want to be naked on a yacht. That's it. That's what I would do.
Well, we could finally do the Ritz-Carlton cruise that we've been dreaming about.
How fun.
Yes. Like 10 days and go like to somewhere, the Caribbean or something. So that's what I would do. We're gonna kind of get into it all, and we, like I said, we're breaking down what we want to know is kind of where's the money go.
Yes.
So first up, we have Housewives, side hustles, and moguls. So who's the first person that comes to mind when we talk about a category like this?
Baby Candy Burris.
She keeps a job. Candy keeps a job, Burris.
Yes. And the one thing I like about Candy too, and like we'll get into some of these ladies, is that she's come on this platform and really leveraged it.
Yeah.
Like there's some people or some Bravo Lebs that don't kind of take it for what it is, take it further, literally just keep it on the reality show, start, stop, and that's it. But Miss Candy, from the moment we seen her her tagline just came into my head, the one where she's singing, Ramona.
Oh no.
Yes.
I may be small. Yes.
I'm hearing it in my
Yes.
mind. I can't remember the exact words, but yes, I know what you're talking about.
But from that, Candy Burrs, from like, the taper size and the,
Yes.
to now.
Beyonce with the 10 kids. I remember that.
Yes.
one as
Yes.
well.
From
Yes.
peddling vibrators to
Yes, or for her and Nene, getting into it.
Yes.
And now we
she
see
has come a mighty long way.
where she is now. And Tiana was very shocked. But
Appalled.
the first category is we've seen her kind of like venture off and go the Broadway avenue, which is very unique. Like, we see some of the Bravo Lebs become actors or actresses, or we see them some type of performer or some type of host, but she's actually behind the scenes actually producing. So should we start?
Like legitimate productions.
Yes.
Not just the Chitlin Circuit plays. She started off with Portia and
Yes.
a couple background singers talking about
Correct.
lips, hips, and body.
Body.
I think it's also too, Tiana, this may like take you aback, but I think Todd has been kind of like the help here of like making her be more legitimate in the Broadway circuit, because he had a production background as well. So I think
Yes.
helping like show the way, show her the ropes, like they do it together. I know Mama Joyce.
No, I would agree with that.
Yeah, if she's listening too, she's probably
They're
like,
definitely partners in every sense of the word.
yes. But starting off with some of her productions, should I start from 2021 or 2025, Tia?
20.
I
No,
mean-
let's do 2025. Let's just go
2025.
big.
So coming out in
Yeah.
2025, spring 2025, she has Othello with Denzel and Jake Gyllenhaal.
As in Denzel Washington.
Yes.
Yes. What do we think about that?
I mean,
kudos.
the
Like,
flex of all flexes.
yes. And it's like, how does she find the time to do it? Because she's also on tour.
She is.
She's also reviving her group.
Yes.
You know what it means?
She also has a legit acting career herself, like
Yes.
being on The Shy and like other like Candy is full. Like she took the the springboard from the Real Housewives of Atlanta and fully launched herself. I think Candy is one of the best to understand the assignment
Yes.
very early on.
Yes.
When you hear Andy Cohen talk about Candy, he talks about how it's like she's never off. Like even when they're off season, she is the one that he would hear from the most out of all the housewives of like, oh, I have this idea. Oh, I have this idea. Or, oh, my production company wants to pitch this as a show. And then what do you think about this person getting onto the cast? Like she was always about the business of being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
And I say job well done.
And look at how many shows she's just had on Bravo. Like her
Oh,
family,
yes.
her group had 2 different shows on
Yes.
Bravo.
Yes.
Candy getting married.
Like
The
all the
ski
shows.
vacation.
Yeah.
The restaurant show.
Oh, that's right. Like the making of the restaurant. She did have that show.
And that restaurant, when I go to Atlanta to visit my family, I can never manage to even sit in there and get any food because it's always packed.
I love
Always
that.
packed.
Yeah.
Always packed.
Love that. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of hustlers from Atlanta,
Yes.
Miss Miss Phaedra Parks is another one.
I thought Potomac. Sorry, Atlanta. Because she should be in Atlanta, but she's in Potomac. Got it. Yeah.
Miss Phaedra Parks, who's someone who continues to leverage the Bravo platform and maintains a good relationship where she can also like come back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like, and they wanted to bring her back. Like they found a way to bring her back. Married to Medicine, I think everyone was questioning. We always said like, what man and what medicine? Like
Yeah.
how are we on
Yeah.
this show kind of thing? But she's done Dancing with the Stars, which is I look at Dancing with the Stars as kind of like a platform to revive someone in Hollywood's career. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Not necessarily reality stars. So when a reality star, I feel, goes on to Dancing with the Stars, which is a primetime show.
It's for ratings.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, like you still have this opportunity. You can make it whatever, and that she did.
Yeah.
And I feel like she did really good on the show.
Oh, she is making hay while the sun shines. I have compared her before. We've talked about me comparing her to Ariana from Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
And that, like, while you are hot, you better not say no. Your agent better get you booked for whatever he can get you booked for. And so I love it. And she has a legitimate, and I think one of the things that you'll find on the list of the people who are like, I got jobs, honey, who are like the major money makers on this list, is they all also have a legitimate stream of income that has nothing to do with Bravo cameras.
Correct.
Yes.
Being a mortician.
And a lawyer.
And an
lawyer.
attorney, like a real legitimate attorney. Like she does, and I would say the same about all these people. They do not have to be on Bravo to still maintain the same level that they lead.
Yes. So that takes us to Tamara Judge. What?
Judge.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tamara Judge. With her CBD line podcast and, well, now not so much her gym business. Like, she had the gym business that she closed, but then she had a CBD line, which even Jeff Lewis talks about the CBD line. Like, it's very wildly popular.
She could at this point now just do the CBD line and be A-okay. And she's not someone who started, like, and I think that's why she always gives Jen such a hard time from the OC, is she really kind of started from the bottom when her and her ex-husband broke up. And we saw her get her real estate license, and then when she married Eddie, they, even though the business closed now, they had a good run.
And then got interrupted by COVID.
Yeah.
They were really a casualty of COVID. And what she has done with this CBD line, like, we've seen, like, there's a lot of people who have gone into the marijuana space and, like, they don't necessarily have a profitable business. So kudos to her. Like, she's making some, and you know, as annoyed as we may get with her and Teddy, you cannot take anything away from their podcast empire that they're building. Very.
I wonder, is there a
kudos.
correlation between being great at business and having autism? I think we should look into it.
Tiana, I'm not taking that bait.
Okay. So next, we have Miss Portia Williams. Once again, we are starting to see, okay, like the Bravo check is Bravoing. Like, it didn't disappear. We see that you are leveraging and doing more with it. She has her own hairline.
And her hair always looks good.
Yes.
Like, this
Always.
is a hairline that definitely makes sense.
Yes, as opposed to
As opposed to a lot of the hairlines that are on the market right now.
okay, that was sweet. The way you said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely makes a lot of sense because I feel like she's all hair all the time. And then one thing I didn't think that made sense but does well for her is a bedding line. Did you know that she had a bedding line?
Yes,
I did. I
she's
didn't
had
know
it for
did
some
well for
years
her,
now.
though.
Yeah, it's been in Bloomingdale's. Yeah, it's a real line. It's not just like the QVCs
The
of the
name
world.
does not make one try to take it seriously.
Correct.
Like, I'm not buying anything that's called Pampered by Portia. It sounds like, I don't know, diapers or something. But kudos to her for sticking it out. Like, she really has she really does have a head for business. And I think, like, her sister helps her a great deal. I don't know really exactly what her mom, like, you know, her mom I think also kind of helps her on some level, but no, she is another one who is like, okay, well, I gotta figure this out, and she has a paid off home. She's doing well for herself.
Yeah, despite the love life, the ups and downs in the love life.
Oh, I think she leveraged the shit out of that too. I think that was one of her best business moves, is hooking up with that man, because he upgraded the situation.
Oh, for sure,
But she was smart. She did not sell her house or like use that money to like buy that house with him. Like, she's like, no, that's still mine. And then I'm going to be here to take everything you can bring me to.
Okay, so another person in this category, Teresa Giudice.
Yes.
That we see who has really leveraged the Bravo platform. I didn't know she had so many cookbooks.
Lots and lots.
Yes. Like, it's a lot.
It's the only book that she could honestly write.
Oh, okay. Tiana. Best behavior. But she has over five cookbooks. I didn't know seriously didn't know she had that many. And now she is on a business venture with her daughter trying to open a restaurant. I'm just going to assume it's Italian. But they are scouting spaces right now. And there's been some,
I think it makes sense.
social media rumbles. But I feel like they've attempted this before on the
Yes.
show. We're not gonna do like
They also
roundup.
had a pizza.
Yeah,
They
with
had a
her
pizza.
brother.
Her brother had, but no, I don't think Teresa herself has ever like tried to go into a restaurant. I think it makes sense. Listen, you got to figure out what your next stream of income is going to be.
This Louis.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Best behavior for you too.
Now this is you trying to make me take the bait. But whatever it is, like, you may not get picked back up for another season, boo. So you better figure out what else you can do.
There has been some fake stories about New Jersey officially canceled. I don't know if you guys seen that. I was like, this is not real.
That's not happening.
Okay, so those were some of our faves of us showing of people kind of like what they did with the money, you know, like side hustles, moguls, leveraging the Bravo platform.
Yes.
So now we're going to get into where did the money go?
Where did it go? Where does it go? We have questions.
We're going to do the complete opposite. So now we see like where people like have the money and how they use it. And now we're going to go to the opposite end of that. Where does the money go? Mia from Potomac. But I think before we
We're all we are all like, where do we start?
yes, before we dive into this a little deeper, what actually kind of allowed us to want to kind of do this topic is a social media post came out about the salaries of OC and how they're paid based on how long they've been on the show, how many seasons. Vicky Gunderson has come out and said, like, you know, she got paid almost $1 million and how long it took her to get there and how many seasons. So I say all that to say Mia has been on Potomac
6 seasons.
quite
Long
a while.
enough.
Yes, enough, and it's not, you know, your $30,000.
It's a mystery.
per episode, and then, or is it per episode or per? I don't know. But then you get half of that in taxes. It's a nice chunk of change at this point. And so, where
And it
does
should
go?
be gravy on top because, as she just said in the recent episode of Potomac, about how she still has 22 more locations.
I feel like those locations grew because I feel like when
First
she
of all,
was married,
she does not own them.
Yes.
It is. She's a part of, her and Gordon are a part of a larger group
That
who has
owns
ownership of these. But the way that she portrays, part of what bugs me about Mia, the way she portrays it is though she owns chiropractic businesses, like she's the sole owner. Like, no, this is Gordon's family's business.
yes.
Anyway, I don't know where her money goes because she's a child. Every time you look up, she's in a different Airbnb.
Since she's
what
been
does
on
she
the
have
show.
to show
Apartment,
for it?
different house.
Yes, since she's been on the
Yes.
show, it has been, we can't see, and it has been a lot, and I do mean a lot of Fashion Nova.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so we're not spending it on the beauty. Is it going to cosmetic surgery? Maybe it is the beauty cosmetic surgeries.
You know, I think,
What was that?
you know, if it is going to cosmetic surgery, I think we should really evaluate where we're spending that money.
Yes.
But I also think, and this is my personal opinion, allegedly all the things, she's giving that man
Allegedly.
link money because I don't understand the
Okay, but
purpose of that
just,
relationship.
He just entered the relationship. What about the 5 years prior? He just re-entered her life. What was she doing with it then? What was her and Gordon doing with it then?
Spending it.
Yes.
But on what? Like, we don't see
Crabs in a
leverage.
bag. I don't know what they do in Baltimore.
Yeah, down payments on the homies' cars. I mean, didn't she do the down payment on Jacqueline's car?
Oh, she
When
did.
She got a Land Rover or something like that.
She
so
did.
Okay.
It's just maybe not smart spending, but either way, you know, I wish that Bravo should do something like the NFL does. Like, before you sign on, you need to take a financial literacy class and learn about investing and whatever. Because it's also not a good look for Bravo. Like, oh, this is who you cast as a Real Housewife, somebody who is like,
A self-proclaimed businesswoman.
but who's basically broke. So,
Yeah.
you know, anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know where it goes.
Beautiful gowns, honey. Beautiful gowns.
Yes, beautiful gown.
For the steakhouse.
Beautiful gown.
Okay. Brandy Glanville.
I can tell you where I think it goes here.
What?
Wine.
Why?
It's expensive.
Why? You think she spends that much on wine?
Wine is expensive when you drink a lot of it.
Okay.
She's, whether it's wine or something else, she does give the appearance as someone who is consistently altered And I'll just say that. I'm not making
Consistently.
no accusations that I can't prove, honey. But she just seems altered. And I don't know where her money is gone, because she not only had modeling back in the day, she should have been making some decent alimony checks from her ex-husband. And for all those years while her kids were underage, some, decent child support checks on top of the Bravo checks. I don't know where it goes.
Yeah, that is when you think about it, like that, yeah, it's, that's, this particular story right here saddens me, because it's like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Like, what are you doing with it?
And I don't know what
it's spent on legal fees.
But now, what can she possibly do for revenue? Because she's burned that bridge to a crisp over at NBC Universal. So
You're
where
saying she can't
else?
walk back over?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
There's nothing to walk over. There's
Got
nothing
it.
to walk over, and the lake that is between point A and point B is filled with alligators. You won't survive. So I do not know, and her kids are already over 18, so there's no child support coming.
I hear Zeus does cut a good check.
Okay.
She should try to rebrand and get in on that. Seriously, because I don't know what else. I don't think she comes from a wealthy family, so I don't know.
Zeus?
Clears a great check.
Okay.
What else is her options?
I'm just like, isn't Zeus a black network? Am I
they also have
She can go
European folks on there as well.
Not European.
And I think
They have a Caucasian influence.
Yeah, but you're saying it as though it's like, well, the other offer is from E. Like,
Yeah.
bitch, there ain't no other offer.
Ain't no other offer. I think it's
Whoever comes knocking, you open the door.
great. Let her
Okay,
stand
got it.
on Black People Can't Swim on the Zeus Network.
Yes.
I'd love
Okay.
to see it.
She would be
I
canceled.
might even pay the little $4.99 a month. For
not
the
$4.99 for Zeus. Heavens. Heavens.
Zeus charges?
They do.
Right?
Okay.
That's how they're able to cut those checks. Yes.
Oh, heavens.
Girl, who's
Okay.
paying for that?
Yeah.
A lot of people actually. I was like, I
So
went
Tubi's
knee
gonna
deep
be
into the
next charging.
financials.
Tubi's gonna be next charging people for membership.
I hope not. Tubi has like 190 million people that watch.
Okay.
What
Okay.
are these numbers? Wow.
Crazy. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, we digress. Getting back to the where does the money go of it all? Last up in this category, we could do the obvious, Kim Zolciak, but it's like everyone is probably already knows the answer to that.
Yeah.
I think we do someone that we haven't really mentioned on this show, but their season is about to start.
Who's that?
And that is Dorit Kinsley.
Yeah.
Like, where does the money go?
Head to toe in any designer fashion.
But that stuff
Yeah.
isn't cheap, which makes me
Chanel
think like,
No, it
head
is
to
not.
like so it leads me to believe like that money's coming from somewhere else, because I feel like 3 of those outfits could take up the whole like
Check.
check or a
Yep.
show. It's like, and she says she buys it all, and she says it's not borrowed, and so I'm like, girl, like head to toe, and it's never repeated. Like,
Never repeat it.
Yeah.
It is.
And this is never repeated after getting robbed, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand where the money is coming from, A. And also, like, other than this, like, where else is this money going? Like, we know that she has her swimsuit line, but
Had that, I feel like it's kind of
Is it
like
defunct?
while hers was a little bit better than G&A, it's the same thing. You want that closing scene at the end of the season, and I think that's why that swim line even existed, but you've heard no more of it afterwards. Have you?
No.
well, I did see
Not a
on Instagram they are very much so alive, and they were having a sale, 70% off.
Okay,
Ooh,
so liquidating
okay.
sale. We're liquidating. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Fire sale.
We also have some other people. I say it like they're foreign. They're
Right.
on Bravo. We have some other people that are kind of moguls in the making, which I love this category because we really get to see like some newbies. Heather Gay from Salt Lake City.
Yes.
Yes, which I love the fact that I feel like she's kind of having like a trajectory of like a Candy. Like she came in, already had a foundation, already had Beauty Lab, but she's growing it. She grew it to multiple locations, and she has books. She just came out with her second book.
Yeah.
So it's like, so she's leveraging it to do what Bravo should be doing. So it's not just she has the show, but the show really is a part of her life. And I think that's what makes her also more interesting than like a Whitney, who I feel has all these businesses and it's just the show is your life.
And those companies just don't seem real or legitimate to me. No, Heather is a full-fledged real business. I could tell you there was, a couple years ago I was taking frequent trips to Salt Lake City, and I would try to book beauty lab. I'm like, I just want to go there, and it was like I could barely get in. Like, they are booked and busy. And so her being on Salt Lake has been a great promotion for her business, and it just seems like between that, her book deal, like she is just continuing to move onward and upwards.
I love that. And then we also have Gertie from Miami.
Yes, love her.
Who came into the show as an event planner and a wedding planner, but now she's like featured on The Knot. She's been on the cover of The Knot magazine, and she's been kind of really like proclaimed as this world-renowned event planner. So it's very interesting and lovely to see her empire kind of grow as well on Miami.
Especially when you consider like Miami is the place for like events.
The place for it.
Absolutely.
And she has like, she's even created an adverb for herself of gertifying events. Like, oh, you have to gertify that. You have to gertify that. And I'm like, I love it. Like, keep doing it. And, she, in her personal life, obviously she has some health struggles with her cancer diagnosis. And I just think it is really commendable how she has just like, oh no, we're going to keep this moving forward and just continue to rebrand and do the dang thing. And so she has like some other businesses that I see her promote on her social media. Definitely a mogul to watch out for in the making.
Yeah. So with that being said, I feel like we ran through these really quickly. We like went through them, but that's kind of our look on Bravo and kind of where the money go. Next time we're going to do one on non-housewives. So this is all focused on housewives. But next time we're going to do on non-housewives, which is very interesting.
Looking forward
to see.
To that.
Yes. Miss Tiana, what is your take on all of the Bravos? Money.
I do love the fact that we really highlighted some of the ladies that have made the most of their platform. I feel like I can definitely harp on some of the Kim Z's and Ashley Darby's of the world. But I think it's really inspiring to see women like Candy, and even see like Phaedra, like these like very powerful women like make moves in and out of Hollywood.
Yes. And I feel like for the newbies that are coming in, they can take learn some lessons here and there, and what to do and what not to do.
Like Jeff Lewis always talks about this, that he advises these new Bravo Lebs that come into the Bravo verse, do not quit your side hustle. Do not quit your day job. Do not solely depend on Bravo to make a living.
Yes.
Like once you've done that, you've lost the plot.
Yeah.
You need to, if you could take away anything from any of the people who we said, like the major ballers, they all have streams of income that have nothing to do with the Bravo cameras. And whatever it is that got you through the door being on Bravo, you need to maintain that. Do not do a Kim Zolciak and solely rely on these shows.
And red Solo cups.
Party City wigs.
That part. Well, all right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Once again, don't forget to like, follow, tweet, engage, all the things. Talk to us on social media. We love hearing from you guys. Until next time, we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.